Welcome once again to our channel, and today I met my brother. It's an impromptu something we are about to do today. So I heard about his farm. He is into pineapple cultivation. So I heard about his farm. I said no. I met him and it's like he's not ready to come today to farm, but then I have to just beg him to come to the farm with me. And like I stated, it's an impromptu something. He has about 2.5 acres of pineapple farm, and we are currently standing on the field of the farm, and you can even see some people working there. So they are working, they are picking some weeds out of the farm, and I know it's hectic, but then he is the man himself. He is a graduate of KNUST, and now I'm realizing that most graduates are venturing into agriculture, and he happens to be one of the graduates from KNUST. Maybe he will tell us the year he completed, and he will proceed with the rest of the. Which year did you complete? First of all, kindly introduce yourself. Maybe I don't want to do the intro, so kindly do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm Joshua.
Okay.
I completed KNUSC 2010.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
fine. So you heard it. He completed 2010. So I think 13 years now. Yeah,
yeah,
13 years down the lane. So, and he has decided that he's an entrepreneur now. So he has decided that he's going to venture into agriculture. What prompted you to start this pineapple cultivation?
yeah. Actually, farming had always been
Mm.
a hobby, at least from infancy. So even far back in school, we still do some farming to care for ourselves, even in school. So
Okay.
after school and doing combing through the market,
Okay.
I realized that uh, agric one agric first of all fetches,
Okay.
and even though I did nothing related to agriculture, it has always been a field that I always love to venture, and so I actually pick it up, and I did some little investigation about pineapple,
Okay.
and I realized the worldwide demand for pineapple and fruits in general is so high
Okay.
that I want to venture into pineapple. It's quite a difficult task to
Okay.
do, but it's very satisfying
Mm.
when you see your crops doing well at the end of the day this
That's
way.
nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yes. So like you heard, he said it's very satisfying to see your crops doing very well. And I know it's always a joy for any farmer or anybody that ventures into a business of any kind, and they see it, prospering, and once it's doing well, they would also be happy. But while visiting the farm, we realized that you have so many pineapples on the field, and the distance to I realize some of them are very close to each other. I don't know why you kept them so close like that. Maybe any reason.
Yeah, for keeping them close, this particular we have different types of pineapple.
Yeah. All right.
This particular type is sugarloaf,
Oh, okay.
and actually this is how the spacing goes. It is one fruit from the other.
Okay.
Yeah, and it goes in two lines.
All right.
The reason for leaving a space of at least 1 meter
Mm.
in between two lines is to allow for an easy flow,
Oh, okay.
or allow for easy work to be done
All right.
in the on the farm.
Farm. Oh, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So that when you want to weed in it, you want to apply any form of chemicals that will keep the pineapple growing. These spaces helps to move freely in it, even though the branches are quite
Mm-hmm.
uh, are thorny
Okay.
and can hurt sometimes, but putting on your protective gears,
Mm-hmm.
you can easily flow in it.
In it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Mm.
All right. So one thing that I want to also ask is it not very costly to venture into a farming of this kind?
Yes, for that it
Mm.
is very expensive. In
Mm.
fact, it requires quite a large amount of money
Okay.
to be able to venture into things like this.
Okay.
But if you calculate the cost
Mm-hmm.
and the return, the level of return, if only you handle it well, you will get more than how much you have invested in it.
Oh, that's fine.
And that is more reason why, because as I mentioned earlier, the international demand is so high.
That's fine.
So looking at it, I want to start in this small scale
Okay.
and eventually develop it into something bigger,
All right.
where I can even start exporting my produce.
All right. So, folks,
Yeah.
you've just heard it, and he'd want to start with these 2.5 acres, and you would want to expand. That means he's using this one to test the soil, like they will say. You'd want to see how the market will be, and one thing that most people also, think about is youth. The youth all the time. They say, "Oh, agriculture. As for agriculture, it's very difficult to get into agriculture. I can't go to school and come back and do agric." What do you have to tell the youth about venturing into agric?
In fact, I would say for any community or country to develop, unless the youth actually change their mindset. In fact, agriculture is a driving force of the development of any community or country. So back in the days, our fathers don't know how mechanized farming can help in bringing up or in developing society. But now we have come to have the know-how about mechanized farming, and getting it this way helps us to see or push us to venture into this form of mechanized farming,
Okay.
and how it helps the country at large to develop. So I would rather encourage most of the youths to enter into uh, all forms of agriculture, because it's one thing that they will people are always in a high demand,
Okay.
and people will always eat.
Mhm.
People will always eat. So venturing into agriculture, you will never lose. As for the soil in Africa, here we have the land,
Mhm.
and the soil, anything that, especially Ghana here, when you put anything on the land, it does well.
All right.
So I realized that agriculture is one area that, even though it's quite expensive these days to do agric, it can also be one of the cheapest way of investing your resources
All right.
in order to develop both yourselves, others, and the country at large. Yeah.
That's fine. So I'd want to also know one thing. So if one wants to venture into this kind of farm, like 2.5 acres of this pineapple farm, how
Mm.
many pieces of the, how do you call it? What the name again? You gave
The
me
sugar loaf.
the sugar loaf. How many pieces of sugar loaf are we going to consider for the 2.5 acres?
Yeah, for, let's say, every building plot that is uh, either 70 by
Mm,
100 or 70 by 90
mm.
feet, you need 25,000 pieces
Okay.
to be on one plot. Uh, so as you are seeing, we've we've sectioned the whole farm into plots.
Oh, okay.
So we
Okay.
make sure every plot
Mhm.
contains that 25,000
All right. So where is
of,
the marking starting from?
yeah,
So I think.
coming
Oh, okay.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it starts from this side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mm. So one thing that people don't know is a building technician. So when he started using the building terms, don't get confused. Don't get confused.
Yeah.
So
So for instance, taking it from here,
okay.
you can see the path
All right.
that
So
is passing through between
can they come and show this to
plots.
them? Yeah, come this way and let them have a view of it.
Mm,
All right. So this is what he's talking about. So this is the path in between. So
yeah.
this is what you use in demarcating the plot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this path also allows for
Mm-hmm.
easy work to be done, as much as in times of harvest,
Oh, okay.
we can easily use a tricycle to pass
True.
in
Oh,
between
okay.
to pick the fruits.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
That's nice. That's
yeah.
nice.
So
And
from here
mm-hmm.
to
Uh-huh.
uh, here,
Okay.
uh, here can give you one building plot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to here
Okay.
can give you one building plot, and it should have this plot should have
Okay. So yeah.
about 25,000
Wow.
on it.
Wow.
If only
Mm.
the suckers you plant all things being equal and it does well, then you should have 25,000.
25,000.
If
Wow.
you lose some,
Mm-hmm.
you either have 24,000
Mm.
or not less than 23,000 you should
Oh,
get.
wow. All right.
Yeah,
So you are hearing it. Not less than 23,000 you should get.
yeah.
So how many months now of this?
This is just about 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, this
So
is just about six
when
months.
actually are we expecting like
It takes like 14 months
14 months?
to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or if you take good care of it,
Mm-hmm.
it should take just 12 months.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Just 12 months.
All right. All right.
uh, and at every stage
Mm-hmm.
with what activity you have to do
Mm-hmm.
in order to
Mm-hmm.
uh, for the crop to
Mm-hmm.
develop and do well. So uh, this is just about 6 months,
Oh,
and
okay.
for now we are doing, as you can see,
Mm-hmm.
we are doing weeding.
Okay.
We are weeding in it, and after weeding we will apply some chemicals, and then
Mm-hmm.
uh, from then when we see how well it develops,
Mm-hmm.
then we can start working towards making it fruit.
Fruit working.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
making it fruit.
Well, then that's fine. That's fine.
Mm,
So that means you have a special kind of chemicals that you have to apply.
yes, of
Mm.
course. Yes, of
Oh,
course.
okay. So okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to make a follow up, right? So once it starts fruiting, then we would make a follow up to follow to give you updates on what has been happening on this particular field. Like I said earlier on, you can see some people still within there. So you realize that it's not an easy task though. But then once you have the love and passion for the farm work, you would always love to do it. So this is what they are doing here. They are weeding. So I'm going to show you how the weeding is being done here. Then maybe you can have a fair idea of how it's case two and a half acres of farm. Yeah, so then the camera will get closer for you to see. So kindly get closer so that you'll see how they are doing the weeding. You see how they are doing it. So they have been on the field. So and they are still on the field. And today we are here to give you tutorials on pineapple cultivation. 2.5 acres field, and I happen to be with a graduate who completed the university. So he has informed us that farming is something that will be able to help the country, and he is also trying this once it becomes successful. He will do it on a larger scale and start exporting it. So we'll still bring updates to you on this particular farm. So before we leave, what do you have for us, or any final words from you before we leave?
Oh, I think uh, uh, programs like this can help and
Mm-hmm.
encourage the youth
Mm-hmm.
to venture into agriculture. And I could see a lot of youths these days uh, may have the ideas, but may not also have the way forward. Uh-huh. And maybe things like this or interactions like this can help them
Exactly.
to see how they what they will also have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So that they can all together. One person cannot do it.
That's true.
Cannot do it all alone. So we all join hands, and through that, uh, I think we will all develop
Mm-hmm.
through agriculture.
All right. Okay.
So I think I'll encourage you to keep your work.
To do more of such videos.
Yes, yes,
I'll
so
also
that
do that. And I'm also grateful for your time because we begged him, you have to plead with him to come with us because today this is not part of his plan. The reason why you are seeing him in this particular outfit because assuming he was coming to fight, he's going to be in his working GS and he would be here. You see that this is the man on the field, but then because we have to plead with him to come with us to the farm, a reason why he has to be in this Lacoste and the down. So next time when we come, he's going to be in his GS, and we are going to bring you updates when this particular clothes start floating. So until then, catch you next time. But if this is your first time of joining this particular channel, we are urging you and pleading with you to do a
Living
subscribe,
life,
subscribing,
everyday,
liking, and
late
commenting
at
on our
night, not
videos.
okay.
This
All I
is
want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clear.
Subscribe to the channel and click on the post notification bell for more updates.